As a former professional baseball player, I'm going to show you in the next 90 seconds how I would go about my in-season lifting if I could go back to high school again. I'd lift 2 times a week with a plyometric / speed day in there where I'd get my jumps and sprints, etc. And each day in the weight room, I'd do a full body lift where I'd cover off on core, lower body, and upper body. Mixed into one of those days would be a rotational day where I throw my med balls so I can make sure I'm staying explosive and rotational, which every baseball player needs. Now here's the key. Whenever possible, I try to get my lift in directly after my game, especially if I pitch that day. Why? Because it's gonna help speed up the recovery process and it's gonna keep my heavy days. But even more importantly, it's gonna allow me to maximize my recovery days, which is where the real growth happens throughout the season. But look, I get it, that's not always accessible. So if I couldn't get my lift in right after my game, I just do it the next day. The key is to make sure that you have a schedule and to stick to it. And here's something a lot of players miss out on. Every Sunday, I'd spend 10 minutes looking at my week ahead, determining when my games are and when I can get my lift in. This way I'm not flying by the seat of my pants and I have a consistent schedule. This will give me a higher chance of staying consistent throughout the season. Now let me make this very clear. There is no one size fits all. These are guidelines, not rules. It's okay to lift the day before a game. If you've been lifting all off season and you're still consistent with it in season, I promise you're not gonna get sore. And you shouldn't be trying to go as hard as you can in the gym during the season. The goal is to maintain the strength that you put on in the off season, but I promise you if you stay consistent throughout the season, you will continue to gain strength. And if you're somebody who's serious about their game and wants to continue to stay in shape throughout the season, but just have no idea where to start, DM me in season lifting and I'll reach out. I'm Coach De La. Make it a great day or not, choice is yours.